got to do better. Let's talk about Mr. Scott. When y'all get y'all
I'm ready. Go ahead.
Go ahead,
get our
son.
attention together. Let's talk about Mr. Scott. Mook, you saw it. Bring up, enlighten us.
All right, so this weekend, I mean, not this weekend, I'm sorry, the week before the New Year's, so it was last week.
You gotta turn these joints down. That shit
No,
loud.
you keep hitting.
No, go ahead, man. Just go ahead. Go ahead. First of all,
There we
y'all,
go.
somebody in my shit. Get out my port. All right, go ahead.
There we go. That's perfect. Perfect. Mm-hmm.
What you talking about my cousin, man? Go ahead, Mook. What you talking about my cousin? What you was saying?
Done.
I'm listening. I want to hear the bullshit you gotta talk
yo.
about. I want to hear the bullshit you gotta talk. They ain't got nothing but them motherfucking peanuts and shit y'all chewing all in his motherfucking ears.
All right, so where's we at? Oh,
Scott.
Brandon Scott.
With the live he went on.
Before I get into that, I'm gonna say something to lead up to that. Puffy had a good. I posted earlier. I don't know if y'all saw it, but he was kind of right on point. He's basically saying voting is easy. We basically you have something that you. How you say it? No, I'm sorry. I had it written down too. But basically saying voting is pretty much easy, man. We vote for you. You say you gonna do something for us. We vote for you, get in, and that's plain and simple. He's like, so what happens is these guys get in, or these people whoever gets in, and then all elected officials, not just the president and anybody, just all of them, and they seem to. We need to start basically
holding their feet to the fire.
Right,
that's
holding their feet to the fire.
That's what he's
making
saying.
Sure that we know what they said. Maybe you got to keep. He even says about bring a lawyer or somebody just had his stuff written down. So, same as if you're elected official, you say, "Yo, I'm gonna bring down the taxes for such and such." We should be able to ask you that, and that's back to what we were saying about Brandon Scott. That's what makes his what he going through so crazy, because we're saying like he's not answering nobody's question. He's getting frustrated. He annoyed. You know what I'm saying? We just asking you what you said. The people ain't even asking him something outlandish. It's like, yo, well, you said this. We asked you about this.
Exactly. And
you just not giving the proper response. Even if you're not answering, don't have an answer, at least say that. Say whatever it is, just say it. But you just can't not answer nothing. And what was you talking about earlier?
So he was on there talking about COVID. And people was in them comments murdering his ass about that COVID.
Exactly. That's what I'm sorry. Got you. All right. So he had he did a live the other day. He was talking about the COVID. So if you looked at the people asking questions in what you call that, the timeline or whatever. Mm-hmm. People not saying we saying forget COVID, right? But when it comes to Brandon, we more like, bro, it's we get COVID. COVID can be. We just gotta be more responsible people. That's it. It's real plain and simple. Wear your mask. Make sure you sanitize. Stand if you can. Social distance.
Exactly.
Don't you know what I mean? Don't do nothing necessary.
We can handle that part.
Go ahead.
I don't know it offhand. I got something.
Okay. All right.
So so we can handle that, but nobody wants to hear that. So basically, they on there. People on there still asking like, man, damn this COVID, man. What's going on with these murders? What's going on with your 5-year plan? He totally ignoring it. And people in the comments like y'all like basically saying, like, I know you hear me, like I know you see, I know exactly. you read anything but this. You get what I'm saying? So
you're getting on my man, yo.
Because he's doing everything but the crime. That's what I'm saying. Everybody want to. My only thing with him is that
the whole point that I was making.
He impressing us by doing all this stuff.
I was trying to make last week. Well, the last one we was on. That was the only point that I was trying to make. Prime example. I didn't need to say no more. Everything was said right then and there. He got on his own live, and everything that I was saying was in that timeline. It was in them comments.
And he think he impressing us by, like you said, the kid football games, talking about COVID. People don't want to really hear none of that because people are getting scared and nervous now with COVID. A lot of people looking at it like, well, COVID, I can control COVID myself. You know what I'm saying? I can social distance. I can wear my mask. I can
use more precautions and get
but
past. And
I'm
get
more
by
concerned
COVID.
about getting robbed, getting stray bullets, getting shot. You know, not. You know what I'm saying? The people more concerned about that. They don't want to hear about this other stuff. And this ain't you. When it comes to that, you jolly and dancing. When somebody you talk about COVID, you all front line dance. You somebody talk about the 5-year plan, you don't want to talk about it. It's crazy.
I am gonna give a big shout out to the mayor of Baltimore City, Brandon Scott, for doing that visual we did for New Year's for everybody that lost their lives due to violence and COVID. I just want to at least give them a little shout out for that, but I do agree with my panel here on you can no longer not answer any questions, brother. You must.
Just because it's just so bad, yo.
It should be something big because I'm saying something against you. So, at this point in time, you need to speak on some of these questions that has been given to you as the leader for Baltimore City. I can no longer sit here and defend somebody that I truly love as a political leader for this city because it brings back a little memories that a person that I dislike so much because the damage this person did to this country. Donald Trump, he did the same shit. He would not answer any questions, and I always gave a riffraff about that shit. So how do I look as a man in not saying the same for you? So I would respectfully love for you to start speaking on these questions and give us. I believe in you, and I believe people need to give you a chance, and I believe everybody need to work together to make it happen. But we need to hear with you what you have to on these questions.
Now let me clear something up for all those who are watching and for my man Irk over here. I keep telling you, I'm not against him. I've never said anything bad about him. The only thing I said is that he can't do that just because of how bad the city is. If the city was half as bad and he did that, maybe. But where people are, is their fear level just to walk the streets in this city? You have to address it. It don't, and it don't matter what direction it's coming from. It has to be addressed.
We talked over the weekend about Fells Point. Did you know someone was shot down there?
No.
Read it all to you. Sit this down softly.
No, I didn't hear
An
nothing
18-year-old was shot more than once at Fells Point. He told the police he was walking when he heard what he thought was firecrackers, and he felt the burn and started running. This is New Year's. Remember, I was not you weren't the only person. Somebody else called with the same thing. Like, man, ain't nobody on Fells Point. It's empty. The businesses messed up.
I watched it. They had the news camera down there. The lady was on there talking about how they was just going. She said, we just going to stay open, hoping that we can get anything to come through. That's what she basically was saying. Because all the other businesses just shut down. They went on to shut down.
He said, forget it.
It wasn't worth keeping the place open. You know what I'm saying? People fail to realize you got these businesses open, all these machines running, lights on. This is costing. If you ain't bringing nothing in that's going to offset it, it ain't no need to being open.
Now, I got into a debate about that. Do you think I said it was a little bit of both? I thought it was a little bit mixture of the COVID.
Yeah. Well, it had a lot to do with the COVID.
I believe it had more to do with COVID than it had to do anything with crime.
Yeah. The lady said that. The lady even said that.
I believe that.
The lady that they was talking to, I
absolutely believe that.
She said that too, though. She said it was more so. She feel like it was more so of the COVID.
But nobody came out.
Yeah, that was sad. It was sad outside. I know I was moving around. I was moving around earlier that day, and it was just still was nothing outside.
Well, I was in DC, and it's pretty much kind of. It wasn't live neither. Really,
the same thing, and it wasn't crime.
Huh?
It wasn't crime.
What? DC?
Yeah.
I mean, people was out, but it wasn't. Now, of course, definitely wasn't going to be the norm.
Yeah.
You know, because of what's going on. Like I said, then they started canceling parties left and right down there. That wasn't. Mine was the only one got canceled. It was still joints that was.
Yeah, I know
canceled.
some shit down in Tyson's Corner was going on. I started to go to that one in Tyson's Corner.
Not Shut Up Shannon's.
Oh yeah, I heard they was live and pop.
They was live and direct up in there.
Where that was at?
COVID all over the place.
Where was
it? Over there in Hunt Valley.
Oh yeah. I seen pictures. I seen people pictures of that.
Over there.
Yeah, me, I stayed in the house.
Man,
I stayed in the house.
I half-ass even see New Year's anymore. Most of the time I'm asleep already.
Yeah.
So listen, where y'all at, man? Y'all know we back to we definitely gotta get back to we gonna liven this up a little bit. Had a few things I wanted to get to. We ain't gonna hold y'all up too long tonight. You know we start off late. Of course, you know during the season, the Ravens games they kind of bar our building's parking lot. So we're we're shut down.
Throws us off.
But it was an earlier game day. We lost. You know, people got out of there because if we the one, they been down here still.
You know,
tailgates
because you know, soon as these bums lose, it's tumbleweed down this bitch.
Right.
Horses tied to the trough.
Nobody want to watch
Saloon doors flapping down here.
Motherfuckers got guns to their head, ready to blow their brains loose.
Right. But of course, since we lost, everybody went on got out of there. So we decided to come and give y'all a little show tonight. So definitely we gonna you know we got the yams for y'all. I wanted to ask my guys a few questions before we get to the yams right quick. So, you know, like me and you always talk about, I ain't getting into that stuff with you now. We talk about some important stuff. Like me and you always talk about, I mean, like I always tell you
we cool.
about businesses and planning and doing stuff by prioritizing to get your stuff right so you can make sure you everything running in certain places. So, one question I had for you, for both of y'all, was, I'm asking y'all two questions. First one, what are you going to do different this year that you didn't do last year?
I'm gonna be more concerned about myself than I'll be concerned about everyone else. It's me first, and then everyone else.
That's a good one.
That's a great one. Got to.
That's a good one, son. What about you, Moon?
Me, personally, the main things that I'm going to do is I'm going to work extremely hard on getting my time back. And also work harder at even wasting less time than I did last year.
That's deep. That time, boy, is everything.
Time, man. King.
Time is everything.
I tell people all the time, man. If you go to jail
everything.
and spend a year of your life in prison, I tell people if you live to 164 years old, that's a time you can never get back.
That year, like 5 years.
It's time you can never get back. So that's my only goal this year.
I did 3 of them.
Is to get
It's a lot of time.
is to get some of my time back.
Right. Well, me, I think one of the things that I'm gonna do this year is definitely.
Oh, and getting more multiple streams of income.
That's what I'm about to say. You took that over. I think my thing is. Well, I'm not worried about right now getting another multiple stream of income.
Gotcha.
I'm definitely going to work on working more efficiently. I'm worried about being a little more efficient when it comes to everything, the business. So it's kind of like prioritizing, but I prioritize now, but I need to tighten it up. I need to kind of work more efficient.
How many employees you got already? I know you got one. For
What?
sure. I know you got one for sure. You got any
That
more?
is thing. I do, but
You got any more?
I would say I was trying to create another multiple stream income, but I'm not going to. That's not on my plot right now. I think I need to tighten up what I got.
Are
I think that's more important.
Are you paying your employee good money?
Yes. She tell me she racked. all the foolishness is going on out here.
Yes, you must be paying her some money.
Secondly, so what are you not going to do this year?
Let me touch on something real quick before we answer that question. Shout out to my guys, EYL. Shaw, Troy, Mike, keep doing y'all thing, man. But he had a post one time I was rewatching, and he hit it home with me. He said, people out here waiting every 2 weeks to get paid. Yet we got bills every day. And it hit me and it just sat in with me. So I'm just in my car because I was actually just looking through my phone on IG. I'm sitting at a light, and soon as I listened to it, I was just sitting there. And it just and since he said it, it's just been on my mind. It's been on my mind. Like, dang, right. He right. I got to change. Some shit got to get changed. Because I'm waiting to get paid every other Friday. Yeah, every time I go to this goddamn mailbox, Monday through Friday is another bill in there. You feel what I'm saying? So that was one of the things that really made me get on the ball about
Our source of income.
getting these streams of income.
Yeah.
Together.
Okay.
No question.
What was your
But go
question?
ahead.